Hello and welcome to your first lesson. Here we will begin to explore our human nature and the biological needs that we've long been taught to live without. This is an important place to begin as I hear so many people questioning their needs, their desires, and their impulses because they're afraid that they're wrong. And unfortunately, many of us were taught this from a really young age. Yet, most of our needs and impulses are very natural parts of being human. So let's explore what that looks like. First and foremost, human beings are hardwired, meaning that our biology cannot necessarily change if we will it to. Similarly, the biological needs that are coded within our systems cannot be removed just by suppressing them or ignoring them. They simply find other ways to make themselves known. And if you're anything like I was growing up, silencing your needs, your voice, and most messages from your body was a daily habit. But after years and years of bypassing, my body's demands got louder and louder and louder through illness, pain, and emotional suffering. Maybe you have a similar story. If so, you may have learned at some point to suppress or control your emotions. Emotions, expressing them and experiencing them, is a biological need. They are the meaning we assign to the sensation we feel in our body. We learn what emotions are in infancy as we begin to associate facial expressions and feelings we experience or observe, and then learn words that our caregivers assign to it. For most of us, we learn at a very early age that certain emotional experiences are bad or need to be controlled. Emotions like anger, fear, worry, sadness, rage. We hear things like, don't be sad, everything's fine, calm down, don't get angry right now, don't be scared, there's nothing to worry about. We hear responses to our emotions in these ways over and over again until we learn that those emotions are not appropriate, they're not valid or welcomed. And similarly, we are praised for our positivity, our happiness, our excitement, and our optimism. So it's only natural for our brilliant nervous system to detect safety versus danger between the different experiences. But the thing is, all emotions and sensations are not only healthy but vital. A child throwing a tantrum may not have a logical reason behind their crying, but the rage and frustration they feel is important to experience and express in order to regulate their nervous system. The fear someone has to try something foreign is also valid and imperative part of a healthy nervous system. Just like sadness, grief, frustration, they're no different. They all belong. Our emotions are vital to express and experience for a healthy body. But the physical bodily functions and impulses from our human body are no different. Let me start by asking you to recall any memories you have where you specifically tried to hold in a physical impulse. Maybe a yawn or a sneeze, or maybe you tried to skip a meal despite feeling hungry. Most of us at some point have forced our body to withhold a need. Whether it was to use the bathroom, to eat, to sneeze, to burp, our bodily functions have been long taught to be something we need to hide. Once again, often leading us to ignore all cues from our body that we need something. Now, of course, there may be times when there is no bathroom for another 3 miles on our drive and we have to hold it. But what I'm getting at here is the foundational work of meeting our own needs and listening to our body. It starts with following through with any impulse that arises to use the bathroom, to eat a meal, to stop and get some rest, to sneeze or yawn or anything in between. Follow the impulse. This is another biological need. In addition to emotions and bodily functions, humans are also hardwired for other things we've been taught to live without. Connection, support, community, affection, and nourishment are all imperative to the human system. In the days that we spent living in tribes, humans relied heavily on each other to care for each other, feed each other, protect each other. Women were supported by a whole community of others to tend to their child. Men were supported to protect and hunt by the rest of the tribe. We looked to our elders for wisdom and guidance, and we resourced our needs through connection and affection and from other human beings. contrary to the narrative that society follows now, we are not meant to do life alone. Asking for help, leaning on others, receiving guidance and support, and mentorship are all vital to our human bodies.